Hey guys, Nick coming to you with yet another Infinity Kingdom video, and this one will be part one of two videos when it comes to the new KvK. We're going to talk about the contracts. We're going to talk about some of the personal contracts mission that we can do to earn contract stone, and then in the second video we're also going to do one other contract, which is going to be Fighting Master. And we are also going to look at the Battle Pass and how Alter works in the game. So let's get started right away. I want to keep the video rather short when it comes to these contracts videos, so you can jump in, look at the information, get what you need, and jump back in the game. So first video, like I mentioned, two contracts. We're going to cover Master Craftsman first. So when it comes to Master Craftsman, the one thing that you need to be very careful about, especially early game, is the stones that you craft. A lot of people, a lot of Alliance member just craft whatever and hope that they're going to even out. That's not a strategy. When you click on them, you can actually see how many the Alliance own. At the moment, we own 180. This is how you know which stone to craft. If this one is at 180 and the other one is lower, you should be crafting the one that's lower to try to even them out. The number of stone needed for altar is always going to be the same amount, which is 1010. You do not need 2010, right? So it should always stay around the same amount. Again, you can see, so if I was to produce right away between the level 1 of the mana or the sand, I would go for the sand. You can see how many you own by clicking on the stone. You can see this one because I'm currently producing it, but you can see, right? So if your alliance leaders and officer ask you to start crafting level 2, you need to look at which one is needed the most. By the way, blue is level 1, purple is level 2, gold is level 3, right? You can see. I don't know why they put it in that order, but as it is with the game, blue lower, purple, and then gold. So gold are level 3, not 2. And for the military equipment, I would say unless you're really fighting within your own faction, don't focus on that early. You have time to focus on that afterwards when you have enough stones for your alchemist to work. Then you can focus on the military equipment, especially if you're planning to fight when the gates open. When it comes to the contract for a craftsman, the first one is all personal. It's going to allow you to gather faster. I wouldn't do that until later in the game, in the KvK, even though it's a good buff for you. I would focus on other things first. It's also going to be beneficial for you anyway. What I would do is I would put one in all of them first to reach this one here, level 1 as well. And then it depends. If you have a lot of alliance member, a lot of craftsmen in your alliance, and they all craft stone at an even pace, a good pace, and you can see that you have a ton of stone, 300, 500. What I would do in this case, I would max this one first. This will give you more contract gold per producing stones. The contract gold is what you see here. You are capped at 1,000 a day, and you can get as many as you want during the KvK as long as you don't go over 1,000. So there's around 30-ish day, depending on how soon your KvK will end. You can get around 30k contract gold. This gold here is going to be used in the shop. I'll go look at the shop really quickly. It's going to be the shop in the KvK section and the contract shop. It's going to be schematic for Holy and Shadow artifact. So depending on how much you need, if you need it or not, you should focus on it or not. This is what contract gold gets you. The thing is with craftsmen, early it's going to be hard for you to hit the 1,000. As you upgrade your talent, contract talent, you're going to be able to do more and get more gold. One of the best ways is going to be this one here. If your alliance is in a situation where you don't have a lot of craftsmen, your alliance activity is lower, you have lower member, I would focus on this one first. Again, you get to the last one and then focus on this one. This will allow you to craft more stone. You will get a little bit more gold as well. I think this one for the gold worth is going to be about even or maybe even better. But this one will allow your alchemists to work, to do their altar. And the altar is extremely important, especially early. Well, the whole KvK, but early it's even more important because you cannot do the city until you have enough. So this one is better if you are fewer in numbers in your alliance. After that, I would say it's between these two for sure. If you don't do this one first, do this one after. If you do this one first, do this one after. When it comes to this one, it's good if you're not maxed out in your own building, city, and research. So that way you're not wasting as many resources. And then I will finish with this one personally. Then we're going to move to Alchemist right away. Alchemist is going to take a lot less time. They basically just click one button. That's all they need to do. But there is one thing that we need to look, well, two. First, we're going to look at the talent. So the talent, in my opinion, you go to the last as well. When it comes to level 3, of course, they're the best, but they take longer to produce. I would say early, you don't need level 3. Level 1 and 2 is more than enough for level 17 and 18 cities. So I would not rush the last one. I will stop here. And then before the gates, you definitely need level 3, or at least it's going to be easier to do the gates with level 3. When it comes to maxing, I would max the attack range first. If you're able to max the attack range and put your altar further away, it's going to allow you to put them in the third row instead of first and second row. And it's also going to allow you to get more closer to the gates when they open. So that way you're going to be able to perform better. The attack speed is also great. The not attack speed, but the attack physical attack increase. It's not as good as the range, in my opinion, because you're able to place them a little bit further. Your members are able to be closer to the city, so they're able to finish the city wall and garrison faster, which allow your altar to work more down the line. I would say it's not that big of a deal for the city because the city overall, I don't think they're that difficult at the moment. We'll see later on. But for the gates, the range is going to be very important because the gates, the walk time to go to the gates is very long. The further you are pushed away from the gate. So you want to make sure the first few spots, if possible, is for player, not altar. This is where the range comes in handy. And this one, of course, is going to be very important, but I personally would do it after the range and maybe these two about the same. Now, what I ask the members in our alliance is if you're not able to be on as much or if you're not able to gather as much, depending on your situation, go Alchemist. That way you're going to be able to provide good support to the alliance. So what happens is this one is a very low level, right? Level 40. I only craft altar and I hold spots for the sieges with this account. So this is what I do with this account when it comes to Alchemist. And when it comes to crafting, early focus on level 1. When you're able to do level 2, you can slowly transfer to level 2. But level 1 is more than enough for the first few cities. You might just place 2 instead of 1. But level 3 is going to be important later on. If you're not able to craft, it's because you're maxed out. So example, I was able to craft because we just did the siege. We emptied a few here. If you're not able, you need to ask your alliance leader and officer to remove some from the pinning and make sure they have room here so that you can craft new one. So if you are overloaded in your alliance with level 1, either destroy them or just place them, let them burn, and then replace them with level 2 and 3 so that you're ready for the gate. That's one thing that your alliance leader and officer has to do before the gate, right? You don't want to be overloaded on level 1 and have your alchemist do nothing. It's better to remove some, replace them for a higher level. Also, when you craft them, your alchemists were probably lower level in here. So it's going to be even better. So just destroy your level 1 and replace it. That was it for the alchemists and the master craftsman. In the next video, we're going to look at the personal Legion achievement. There's a few ones that are really easy to do. And we're going to look at the battle pass, see if it's a good battle pass this time around or not. We're going to look at fighting master. And we're also going to look at altars, how they work. I have a small clip of us attacking the city. You need to make sure you select the altar, the city. We're going to talk about that in the video coming tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.